I think I'm just going to have to fucking get down to Ambrosia's beach Saturday morning and fucking join the gangbang. I'm going to have to brush off my tux and get on that beach red carpet.
Oh, look at all the 4-0s. Look at these 4-0s. Seattle, Green Bay, Steelers, Bills.
Yeah.
Loving that, actually.
Yeah, hopefully Bill's game will go ahead on Tuesday against the Tennessee COVID-19s. I mean the Tennessee Titans.
That's funny.
Oh, can I get cracking? Can I crack this beer? Shall I do it?
Let's get cracking.
Do you have a beer to crack? Right, here we go. Cheeky. I've been saving this one in the fridge. Smog City Brewing Company, Amarilla Gorilla.
Smog City is right down here by me.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this one. Juicy Tropical Hot Bomb. Boom. 3, 2, 1. Oh, fucking A. I just can't believe we've not got a sponsorship deal for this crack yet.
I was talking to another photographer / listener. And he was saying how much he does dig the podcast, and he cracks a beer when we crack a beer and listens to the podcast.
I like that. I like that.
I love that.
Cheers to that. You about to crack one?
I'm going to crack one right now.
Wow, double crack. Ready? Oh, mate, that sounded fantastic.
I'm standing for the podcast now.
Yeah, you're professional.
I heard the best way to do a podcast is to stand. So,
you know what? Next week we'll be doing the podcast. We'll be zooming, and you'll be on a fucking treadmill doing it. Yeah, I heard that it's really good to do the podcast on a treadmill.
No, because you know why? Because nobody says that. And if I was on a treadmill doing the podcast, I would last 35 seconds, and then I would be out of breath, and you wouldn't get a word out of me.
Welcome, listeners, to the PPC, the Paparazzi Podcast. I am Jedi. With me, as always, is Mark.
Hello.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, everybody.
Boom. You know what? I'm going to stand up as well. Fuck it.
Well, you're going to need to once I get this October celebrity CBG game going here. The celebrity birthday game.
Yeah, I'm pumped for that. I'm not going to lie. I've been looking forward to that all day.
I think I got it good for you because the thing about the celebrity birthday game is it's a game. So like, I feel like there needs to be some sort of competition right there, but there is no competition.
Yeah.
Right. It's just, so you're trying to get the other guy to get as many as he can by the best hints for each celebrity. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a cool kind of collaborative effort, I guess. You know, it's not a competition, is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
No, exactly. We're trying to help each other out. I come up with what I think are great clues for you to get it as fast as possible, and I hope that you're doing the same for me.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Do you want to do it now? Get it over with, and then we can get into our weekly stuff?
Ooh, go on then. Yeah, let's mix it up. Let's go for it. Let's start with it. And I don't know if you've noticed, I'm sat down already.
Oh, okay.
That standing malarkey didn't last too long.
See, it's normally I'm and you are in a car all day long. So any chance I get to stand, outside of work, I kind of take advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
I feel weird when I get home and then have to sit down and watch football after sitting in my car for 6 hours.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Okay, so the October celebrity birthday game brought to you by Mofo Picks. See it, snap it, send it, sell it.
Turn those clicks into cash.
Turn those clicks into cash. Mofo Picks available in all app stores, all app shops.
Get it in your local app shop.
Yeah, go down to Abbott Kinney and go to the app shop and get yourself some Mofo Pick. Are you ready, Jedi?
I am, mate. I am. Hopefully I can hear you clearly for all of this, as I am getting a little bit of interference.
Oh, well, hey, I didn't describe my beer. So my beer... Oh, Jesus, wow.
There's a lot going on there.
I know. My beer is an LA Ale Works.
Try saying that 5 times fast. Fuck.
LA Ale Works, 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 LA Ale Works.
Okay, it was pretty good.
Was that okay?
Yeah, it worked.
It's a pig ninja. That's
Yum.
the sound of me squeezing it down into my brewmate. This segment brought to you by Brewmate. I wish they'd sponsor us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're doing 90 seconds on the clock here. That would be a minute and a half for the layperson.
Oh, that would be. Okay, I'm ready. I'm excited. I hope you've like geared this towards me a little bit and not trying to perplex me.
No. Definitely not. No.
Okay.
The celebrity birthday game is a collaborative effort. Jedi.
Deep breath.
Okay. It's a collaborative effort. I think, what was it? Okay. The last time I did it for you, you got what? 14, 13?
I don't 14? Know. Somewhere 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there.
I was going to have my wife do it today to see how many she got, and we never got around to it. But I think mine on last month for you was 10, right?
Yeah.
Seems easy to beat.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll see.
Nicole Richie threw me through a
oh my there. Goodness.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Sophia Richie's sister was the clue, wasn't it?
It was. Well, when all your attention is on
and
Sophia
then I'm like,
Richie.
She did The Simple Life with Paris Hilton.
Yeah. Oh. Have you seen the Paris Hilton documentary yet?
I have. I've watched it.
Okay, let's talk about that a little bit later. Okay.
Yeah.
Got to get loose for this. Okay, got to get loose.
Yeah.
Reading this, in time is just as hard as guessing, I think.
Have you written your clues down, or is it just the names right there?
Oh no, I've written the clues down. I mean, some of them are obvious. They go along with it, but some of them I've noted here.
All right, come on, okay. Jedi. No brain farts. Let's do this.
Okay, and I know you're not going to make it through all of them because there's a whole bunch on here. I've got at least 30.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So you're not going to make it through all of them, but we're gonna talk about all of them as we go anyway. Okay, even if you don't get it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? 3, 2.
I was born ready.
3, 2, 1, go. The worst celebrity to shoot.
Julia Roberts.
The Hangover.
Zach Galifianakis.
Good guess.
Yes.
Dennis Quaid's brother.
Randy.
Captain Marvel.
Brie Larson.
The Police frontman.
Sting.
No Doubt.
Gwen Stefani.
Used to be Bruce.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Scream movies.
David Arquette, Courtney Cox.
Used to live in Venice.
Neve Campbell.
Stifler.
Sean Scott.
Good job. 50 Shades of Grey.
Dakota Johnson.
Good job. Tim Robbins' ex.
Susan Sarandon.
And the man himself.
Tim Robbins.
Clueless.
Clueless. I'm clueless.
The blonde and Clueless.
The blonde. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
No.
Alicia Silverstone.
Yes. Naomi Watts' ex.
Liev Schreiber.
Yes. The girl in Titanic.
Kate Winslet.
Yes. The girl in Karate Kid. Who?
Oh no, come on. More like who? Jennifer Shue. Someone's Shue.
Yes, Elizabeth Shue.
Shue.
There's the timer right there.
Oh, what? Wow, that came so fast.
Didn't it?
That's what she said.
Okay, let's see how many you got here.
Wow, that was poor.
It wasn't. That was pretty good.
I'm embarrassed.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
That seems to be the number, huh?
Yeah, that seems to be as far as it can go,
Dang it.
Maybe we should extend it to 2 minutes.
Maybe. We'll do a poll on the Instagram.
Oh no, you got Titanic, right?
Yeah, Kate Winslet.
You got Titanic and you got Elizabeth. Well, you that's where it went wrong. So no, you got 14. And that is a new record. Woo!
You know what? I'm going to treat myself to a sip of beer.
Yes, go for it.
And I'll await.
Yes, it's Elizabeth Shue.
What did I say? Jennifer Shue.
Jennifer Shue, yeah. It would have been one of those. As long as you got Shue, I think that's really all that matters.
Dang it. I can't believe you threw her in there for me.
I'm going to keep going down the list here because I'm sure all of our listeners want to know whose birthdays are in October.
Of course
Okay, and there's a whole bunch more here. It seems like October might be the biggest celebrity birthday month.
Well,
ever.
there are a lot of days in October.
Yes. So we'll just keep going down here. We won't do, I'm still going to throw you some hints, okay, but we won't do it to a timer, okay?
Yeah.
So American Idol.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson?
No. The main man.
Oh, Mr. Cowell?
Yes, Mr. Cowell.
I wonder how he's doing at the moment. He's not been photographed since he broke his back on his electric bike, has he?
Oh, really? That's what how did he do that? I never heard about that.
He tried to pop a wheelie in his driveway on like a $1,600 electric bike, and he went arse over tit, landed on his back with a bike on top of him, and either fractured his back or he broke several bones in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him, but
me too. There'll be decent money in the first picture of him again.
Yeah, especially on a bike.
Well, yeah, even walking, like anything. Yeah. It was a nasty injury.
Well, I've always said that those electric bikes are going to hurt somebody. There you go. Especially when I see the kids riding them all the time, and I'm like, man, if my parents gave me one of those things when I was up, jeez, I'd be ripping that thing around.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mr. Jason Bourne himself.
Matt Damon?
Yes, sir. Crocodile Dundee himself.
Oh, the man, the myth, Paul Hogan.
Yes, Chris Hemsworth's best friend. Alien.
Sigourney?
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver. And you know what? That name is not utilized anymore. How many people do you know of that are named Sigourney?
One.
Her, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Honestly, if I ever have another kid, boy or girl, I'm going to name him Sigourney.
That's hilarious.
Okay? Ozzy's wife.
Sharon.
And her daughter.
Oh, Kelly.
Yeah. Am I skipping?
I'd have done well with all of these.
You would have, right? Slater in Saved by the Bell.
Oh, Mario Lopez.
Yes.
When's that show? Is that show out yet? The new Saved by the Bell stuff that you were shooting way back when?
No. Actually, that set has really killed it this year for me. It was one of those where you don't really expect. I mean, everybody's interested or something, but that set of pictures has banked a lot of cash for me this year. Saved a lot of my months.
Keep an eye out for that on the filming schedule again.
Yeah, there is the new Saved by the Bell people coming out. I know that's COVID has ruined every release of everything lately, but be on the lookout for that one. I'm not sure it's going to be any good, but
it will be.
We did lose the member of Van Halen this week.
Oh, Eddie.
And it so happens to be that the frontman of Van Halen.
Oh, David Lee Roth.
David Lee Roth, yes.
Yeah.
It's his birthday this month. Joan Cusack's brother.
He has a brother?
Joan Cusack's brother.
Oh, John.
The 90210 star that passed away this past year.
Oh, which one?
The brother of your best friend.
My best was it? I can't fucking remember. Not Jason Priestley's still alive, isn't he?
Yeah.
It was the other one, Wilson. Not Wilson. Wilson? Was it
Luke Perry? Matt Perry's brother.
Perry. Yeah. Perry. That's right.
Mr. Paquin.
Oh, Stephen Moyer.
Zooey Deschanel's sister.
Yeah, Emily.
Borat.
It's nice. I like you. Don't you like me? Sacha Baron Cohen. And Borat 2 comes out this month on Amazon Prime.
I've heard.
I'm excited for it. The trailer's phenomenal. It's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you can miss a beat on that one. Sometimes they kind of lose it if they try and wait too long and then do it again. But I think he's going to nail it.
Yeah.
Mrs. Travolta.
Oh, she's dead.
Yes.
Oh.
But her birthday is in October.
Kelly
Preston. You're right.
Preston. Have I told my John Travolta story on here? I have, right?
I'm not sure. I mean, we did do a Kelly Preston little tribute a few podcasts ago.
I'm pretty sure I told my Travolta story, right? I must have done. I'm sure I have. Where one of my old my old tipster's 40th birthday party, and I was shooting his birthday party for him, and he introduced me to Travolta. I must have
No,
done. No, he
I
introduced
don't
me
think so.
to Travolta, and we shook hands, and Travolta would not let go of my hand.
No, I don't think. Oh, that kind
Yeah,
of sounds
well, if
familiar.
I haven't told it already, or if I have, and new listeners, you heard it here again. Yeah, Travolta. He like locked eyes with me and was like deep staring into my eyes and just would not let go
Yeah,
of
that
my
does
hand.
sound
It
familiar.
was the creepiest fucking handshake and like meeting ever. Very, very strange. Yeah,
He was trying to suck you into
he was
Scientology, is
trying to
what he was
suck me
trying to do.
something. Yeah.
He was he was trying to like I listened to a podcast or something the other day about, oh no, you know what it was Heidi and Frank,
Oh yeah.
and Heidi was talking about her her meeting Gary Marshall,
Okay.
and how, you know, he met her, and then they met for like lunch or something, or she had an audition or something, and he came up to her and he asked her, "Do you like fudgesicles?" And she says, you know, like, "Of course," or something like that. And somehow she said, I don't know if she said yes or no, but he said, "Are you gay?"
What?
And she said no, which she
She
is,
is.
but she said no, and she says she regrets saying that ever since then, because she never got a call back from him. She never got anything to him. But it's funny because she kind of said that maybe that was Gary Marshall's way of finding out if people were gay or not. Not that he was against gays or anything like that,
Yeah.
but, you know, and this was years and years ago before all this big movement. So maybe you just wanted to know because you could market it that way, you know? Maybe he was just a step ahead of his game. But if you go to ask somebody if they like fudgesicles, maybe the yes or no answer told him whether they were or not.
Huh.
So maybe Travolta shaking your hand and staring into your eyes was his kind of judgment on you
That's
into Scientology or
yeah.
whatever he wanted. It's what he did with Tom Cruise.
Cruise is like, I love the fudgesicle. Oh, teeth.
Red Hot Chili Peppers bass player.
Is Flea the bass player?
That is Flea, yes.
There you go.
He is a candy that melts in your mouth and not in your hand.
What the fuck? He is a candy.
He is a candy that melts in your mouth, but not in your hand.
Melts in your mouth, but not in your hand. A fucking Skittle?
Well, you're kind of close there.
I haven't got a clue.
You don't know the candy that melts in your mouth, but not in your hand?
I'm British. No, I don't.
Wow, I thought that extended all the way across the pond there. It's M&M.
Oh my goodness. I would never have got that in a million years. You would have had to like given me something more than that, I'm afraid.
I'm sorry. Our favorite High School Musical star?
Ugh, fucking Zac Efron.
Damn right.
Little prick. Lovely guy.
The best martial arts star that's ever lived.
Oh, Bruce Lee.
Maybe the second best.
Oh, Jackie Chan.
No, maybe the third best.
Danielson.
Definitely not Danielson. No,
It's not Ralph Macchio.
No, he actually did his. He actually was a martial arts star. I'll abbreviate his name, JCVD.
Oh, okay, Mr. Van Damme. Yeah, that's definitely not the best martial arts star that's ever like lived or done the movies. Come on, dude.
I just thought you would get it. I thought you would say that right off the bat. The best superhero director.
Stanley.
No, director. Stanley never directed anything.
Oh, Stanley. Hey, mate, come on, it's me, Stanley. Jon Favreau.
Hey, ding, 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 ding.
See, you underestimate me.
I know, I do. A Quiet Place. Just 1 and 2 on that one.
My bathroom. Emily Blunt.
No, the other one.
John
other one.
Krasinski.
There you go. This one I thought was going to be good. Weed smoking rapper.
Snoop.
Look at it. Every rapper's a weed smoking rapper, but he's the only one.
I could have said Afro Man.
Yeah, you could have said a million. Okay, you could have said any one of them, but he's the only one known.
Have you ever shot Snoop?
I have.
So have I.
I've actually. It's funny. I just put a picture aside because I followed a car this week because I saw through the tint
Yeah.
and in the passenger seat which I thought was Snoop Dogg, and I followed it for a half hour
Oh no.
trying to get pictures of him getting out of the car, and it wasn't even him. It's just a guy that looked like
Oh
him.
no.
And I've shot another guy riding a crazy motorcycle. I'll put all these up on the Instagram, people, because it'll be funny when when this comes out. But I've shot another guy who I was dead to nuts was Snoop Dogg. He pulled up next to me at a signal. I said to his homie that was next to him, "Hey, isn't that Snoop Dogg?" And he said, "Yeah, dude,
No.
that is." So I said, "What's up, Snoop?" And I shot him. He was on this sick custom motorcycle. Totally looked like him. I followed him down to Venice. He goes down to the parking lot. They set up down there. He walks around a little bit. I get out of my car. I'm shooting him. Probably for a good 45 minutes, I'm shooting the guy.
No.
Nobody says anything. I turn him in. The office gets back to me. This ain't Snoop. I said, "What?
No.
Come on. It is Snoop. It is Snoop."
Oh my
No, it's not
God.
Snoop. I argued back and forth for like a day saying it was Snoop. It was not Snoop. So I'll put those
Please,
up on the
please
Instagram,
put that
and
picture
everybody
up on
can
Instagram.
and everybody can judge if it's Snoop or not.
That's so funny. Yeah, Snoop's like 12 foot tall. I shot him outside of a restaurant once and like just stood next to him after shooting him. And I was at like standing next to the guy's balls. He's fucking ginormous.
He is. And this guy looked every bit of him. So I don't know how it wasn't. I think we missed out. Okay. Princess Leia.
Oh my goodness.
Princess Leia.
She's dead.
Yes.
Carrie something. Fisher?
Carrie Fisher.
Yes.
Yes.
Bang.
And the Princess of Media.
The Princess of Media.
Yes.
The Princess
of all media.
I know the king of all media is Howard Stern.
Yeah, the Princess of all media.
Oh.
Of all everything.
Of everything?
Yeah, the most popular princess of all social media.
Is it a Kardashian?
No. Yes, Kim Kardashian.
Wow. What's she, like 45?
Princess of media.
45, 50 now?
I have no idea. But her birthday's on October 21st.
Oh, coming up.
So get over there to Hidden Hills when you...
I'm good.
On the 21st. I should have put princess of all social media, not media.
Yeah.
And just the honorable mentions. I didn't put any clues to any of these, but we'll just go down the list really fast, okay? Because we're running way over this thing right now. Jeff Goldblum, Ryan Reynolds, Kevin Kline, Drake, Shanae Grimes.
Oh, Shanae.
Seth MacFarlane, John Heder, and Joaquin Phoenix.
Fucking A. That's like the most birthdays I've ever heard of in my life.
Know. And there was still more. There was still more to go. I just gave up after all that. And you can see I just tossed my clipboard out of here. So I'm done with that.
I'm exhausted after that. Another fruitless week in paparazzi land. A grand total of 0 pictures, 0 spottings of celebrities. This is actually the first day since the last podcast we've done that I've turned my laptop on, which is it's a sorry state of affairs. I've not even turned my camera on. I don't think I've taken pictures in a month now. Very dry indeed. And I'm hoping you are the polar opposite of me, Mark, and have been shooting like crazy. Any fun stories you can tell us from the last week?
No. Kidding.
I almost spat my beer out.
Well, so far this week, I've had a total of 1 set of photos. And that happened yesterday.
Okay. So one's better than none.
That is true. I decided to go. I mean, I've kind of been on and off with the kids at school and me trying to get out at the same time. It's been a little sporadic on me getting out.
Okay.
So I finally had 1 day to myself, which was yesterday, Saturday. And I decided to go up to the west side and go up to Catherine Schwarzenegger's. I made it a point that I was going to get Catherine Schwarzenegger. So got out about 10 o'clock, sat there at her place for, about 15, 20 minutes, and she ended up coming out, which was great. I saw another pap pass by me, move along, and she ended up coming out. First time I've seen her in weeks, almost 2 months. So ended up following her. She ended up going up to the mom's house, Maria Shriver. I waited around there a little bit. Maybe 20, 30 minutes later, I see Patrick come out. I see Abby Champion come out just to go to their cars to grab a few supplies. They go back in, and then they drive out in the big, huge Yukon SUV.
Right.
They pass by me. They go down the street. What do you do? What do you do?
You follow.
You follow? You follow Patrick and Abby when Catherine just drove in a half an hour earlier? What do you do?
Okay.
You're by yourself. What do you do?
Okay. I guess you stick with it. You wait there. You wait for Catherine. You wait for the golden goose.
But I couldn't see in the back of the car. I mean, Patrick's car was there. It was parked out on the street. Her car was there. It was parked out on the street, Abby's. And they drive out in this huge Yukon SUV. Why would they take the big car? So I think to myself, okay, they're probably all in the car and they've gone past me and I'm sticking around here and I'm just an idiot.
That's a tough one. That's a tough call.
Exactly. So for 20 minutes or so, I'm thinking to myself, I'm done. This is done. They left. I'm just going to sit here like a dumbass. Right?
Yeah.
Well, in those 20 minutes, another photographer shows up.
Oh,
Luckily, it's a guy.
no.
Luckily, it's a guy I know, I like, and I know we can give to the same agency. Tough thing is, he always works in a team. So it's going to be split 3 ways. So he shows up. He calls me, says, hey, did she come? Is she here? And I gave it up. And I said, yes, I was being cool. Yes, I gave it up. I don't know if I should have. Right. But, when you know and respect one of these guys, what do you do? Right.
You tell them to fuck off. You tell them to leave you alone. It's your story.
Yeah, well, he was the other photographer that was rolling around her house, and he's been there all week long, sitting around her house. I've seen him there, and I've passed through a bunch of times. And I know I could work with this guy, and we work well together. He wasn't going to leave anyway, even though he knew I was there. It was one of those I had to give it up.
Ugh, that sucks.
So, yes, I said she's here, but the big SUV just left with Patrick and Abby in it, and they all could have been in there. So you can wait with me like a moron, or we can just think that they're all gone.
Yeah.
He decided to wait. And no more than 7 minutes after he showed up, she comes walking out with the baby and Maria. So it was a team up. This guy and I worked together. We worked in Aspen together a bunch of times.
Oh, okay. So it's not like just a random savage that's come to destroy it. It's somebody that that you've worked with before.
Yeah, exactly. I know him. I respect him. He's a good guy. So we end up working the story together. I'm going to put all this up. I ran a bunch of video that we'll put some of this up on the Instagram. You'll see how it all went down. And we got some pictures. And I got a little bit of video. I think Daily Mail took a total of 3 pictures and no video. But that is really all I got. I've had a couple of close calls this week with who I thought was Marge Helgeberger.
Who the fuck
Marge
is that?
Helgeberger? You don't know who she is?
You know what? I'm going to do a live Google right now. I've never heard of this woman in my life.
She's the redhead.
You know what? The first thing that comes up when you put Marge is Marge Simpson.
Oh, really? Well, what's the second thing?
Marge Helgenberger.
Helgenberger, yeah.
Mate, I would not recognize you if she walked up to me, kissed me on the lips, and gave me a French dip sandwich.
Well, you don't work the West Side.
Who
so I can understand
the heck is this?
She's from CSI.
Oh, pfft.
The original CSI. She was the original redhead in CSI. She's, really good looking. Everybody had a crush on her back when she was working on that show.
Okay, let me have a look at her filmography and how many of the things that she's been in do you think I've seen?
Maybe one other thing.
No. Oh, Bad Boys. Okay, I've seen Bad Boys. Oh shit, she was in Wonder Woman? I guess I've seen that. Was Wonder Woman 10 years ago? No.
No, it had to have been a different Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it was. Okay, I've seen her in one thing.
Okay.
No, I lie. I saw her in A Dog's Journey as well. So two things.
Oh, yeah, I know. See,
There you
can't
go.
believe you've seen.
Okay.
I can't believe you've seen A Dog's Journey and no Star
Yeah,
Wars.
I wouldn't recognize her. She's probably like walked past me 10 times and driven past me like 56. And I've
Well,
just
I've worked her a few times on the West Side. She used to live up in Brentwood, and we would see her every once in a while. And Stanley used to have a big crush on her
oh,
because he likes those ladies,
yeah, he
the
does.
cougars, and she's still got it. She's still got it. Anyways, she's sitting out on Abbot Kinney, and this girl's a crazy doppelganger for her. Okay,
Huh.
because for the first 30 minutes, I thought it was her. I'm shooting her. I'm getting video. I send a couple of photos into the office. They come back. No, I don't think it's her. There's an earlobe off.
No.
It always comes down to the earlobes or the nose lobes.
It does. That's the
When you
best
look
thing
at
to always look for.
it is. It's like a fingerprint, right? So I'm not convinced. So I just keep on it because she's wearing this kind of a skimpy outfit, and it just kind of looks like the way she would look. She hops on a bike. She heads back to this house in Venice, which is a nice, big, huge, brand new house. And I know she just sold her house in Brentwood a couple of years ago. So it all kind of matched up. It was not her.
No.
No. Another Snoop
Shit.
Dogg event.
No. So was Snoop Dogg and Fake Marg were in the same week?
No, Snoop Dogg happened a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
Or about a year ago.
That would have been devastating.
But I get a lot of these. I get a lot of these doppelgangers. I mean, what could you call them? When you get screwed on a doppelganger, what can we name that?
Like, I don't know, fake spot, doppelganger, Dumbo. I don't know.
Yeah, dumbass ganger.
Yeah, I have a Marge Simpson story while we're talking about it.
We're talking about Marge.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Many moons ago, Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons, kind of dropped hints that the Springfield that he's based Springfield on, The Simpsons Springfield, was Springfield, Oregon. So I got a call from a daily newspaper in the UK to go to Springfield, Oregon, and track down anybody called Marge Simpson. So we found a Marge Simpson in Springfield, and we went and knocked on her house, myself and a reporter, and the reporter talks to the woman, hey, we're from this newspaper in England. Matt Groening has suggested that your Springfield is the Springfield, and your name is Marge Simpson. Can we interview you? So, like, how random is that? Anyway, the woman lets us in, and she goes, "Oh, come to think," she was an old woman. "Come to think of it, my son. Oh, he's kind of a funny little character. I guess he's kind of like Bart." So when we did this whole story about her and her Bart son and all that kind of stuff, just ridiculously weird. And she gave us ice cream and we left. Yeah, really, really weird.
That's awesome.
Yeah, strange. Not too many Marge Simpson stories with Paps, I don't think.
No, and that Marge Simpson story is far better than my Marge Helgenberger.
And you know what? The local there was a local bar in this Springfield as well. Like, it was near the college town, near the main college there. What's the fucking near the Oregon Ducks? So it was that campus was quite close by. So Eugene, Oregon. Springfield was next to Eugene, and one of the bars there, I can't remember if it was called Moe's or not. It might have been called Moe's, I don't know. But in this bar, they had like a whole wall of Simpsons memorabilia as well. It was pretty cool. I'll see if I can dig out some pictures.
Yeah, totally. I mean, even the entire interview with Marge would be good. We could just post that up.
Yeah, I remember the only picture that ran. I did a bunch of nice portraits of her with her son. There was like a nuclear power station like close to the town. I shot that.
Really?
Yeah. I did nice shots at the bar, all sorts, and all they ran was her driving license picture that said Marge Simpson.
Oh, what?
Yeah. We were there
Did
for like 3
anything
days as
outrun
well.
anywhere else?
No, just the fucking driving license picture, and we were there for
Wow.
3 days. Like we did
Wow.
like a full fucking project on it, and they ran a driving license picture.
And were you a Simpsons fan at the time too?
I mean, who isn't a Simpsons fan?
Yeah, I mean, there are Simpsons fans, and then there are Simpsons fans. You know what I mean?
I'm not like a huge fan,
not a
but
super fan.
no, I've not watched the show in years. I've actually played poker with one of the creators as well, Sam Simon. Was that one of the guys? Yeah.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah, check me out.
Did you take any money from him?
Yeah, it was a tournament. I knocked him out.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead now. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy.
Our condolences.
Yeah. This beer's pretty strong. I think I might be drunk off of it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's the end of our weekly wrap up of pictures, but there's plenty of stuff going on in the news right now if you want to talk about it. Like the Lakers winning the championship tonight.
Yes, congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers on their 17th title, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah. I mean, it was a bit yeah, it was a bit not the same type of championship we're used to in NBA championships. It was a bit blah, especially when you win by almost 30 points and then there's no one else to really celebrate and no one could even hand you the trophy. You have to go and grab it yourself.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Thanks, COVID.
I know, ruining a lot of stuff. Should we get back in? We were going to talk. We mentioned the Paris Hilton documentary.
Yeah,
a little bit ago. I watched it on one of my doorsteps when nothing happened all week.
I only watched about half of it, just so you know.
Okay, I watched it, and I only watched it for one reason. Really, I watched it to look out for you or myself. I wanted to see if we were in it.
That's what I was going to do too. Did you see us?
I didn't.
Oh,
so you can stop watching it right now. But it was pretty insightful. You know, I had no idea that Paris endured a year of abuse in this school in Utah when she was 16. It made me feel really sorry for her. You know, it was really quite upsetting. You know, she and a bunch of other girls have gone through quite a lot. It was all sorts of terrible abuse. The fact that her parents had no idea as well, and she was it was described as kidnapped in the middle of the night and taken to this school by two strangers.
Yeah.
And also that the whole, you know, Paris it's just an act. You know, that it's hot. I'm hot. So hot. It's not her at all. She's a very, you know, from watching this, she's a very smart, intelligent girl. And I mean, she's made a hell of a name for herself in the DJ world, and she's bringing in $1 million a fucking gig.
I know, that's crazy. That is nuts.
And the fact that she's got such this crazy work ethic, where she's not going to stop until her brand is worth $1 billion.
Yeah,
which I mean, it's not going to be too. Prove. Yeah, it's not too many years, so it's a fair play to her. It gave me a little bit of extra respect for her. Although I did respect her anyway, I think she's done amazing things. But yeah, absolutely unbelievable. She's not this dumb blonde that we all thought she was.
No, I never thought she was a dumb blonde, honestly. And I think I've mentioned it in past podcasts that fair play to her is basically the statement that I like to give describing Paris Hilton. I knew back when we used to shoot her, back when she was doing that whole act, I knew it was an act. I knew that she had some brains under her. I knew just the way, because when you would see her when there was a lot of paps there, and then when you would see her when it was just like one or two, or even just if you ever shot her exclusive,
yeah,
she just acted different, you know, especially those days when you were out in Malibu. Those days when on Malibu beaches, she just acted a totally different way than a lot of the ways I saw her. And I just knew that she had an act going. And I always gave her the respect. I always said to anybody who ever asked me, because it was any civilian would ever ask, you know, oh, what's up with Paris? You know, she's just dumb. Huh? I'm like, no,
Yeah.
She's handling it all. She's building her brand. That's exactly what she's doing. And you know, she did. She played all of us.
Yeah.
And she's killing it right now. And she created everything on her own. She didn't have anything to do with her family and the Hilton brand and anything like that. I mean, nothing. Yes, she used the last name to create her social image, but that was it. Everything she did past that was all her.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
I can't say the same for like a Kylie Jenner or anything like that, because this was all before Instagram. This was all before, you know, social media. This was just her doing what she knew she needed to do and her creating it.
Yeah, I mean,
So good job, Paris.
I mean, as it said in the documentary, you know, she was like the first influencer, pretty much.
Yeah,
And
exactly. Without social media, you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. She built her big brand without social media, which is nuts. You know, whereas that's all the Kardashians and the Jenners have kind of relied on.
I still think it's kind of weird when you see the people, like when she shows up at, you know, in China or Korea or something like that, and you see the people that come up and they're like shaking when they come up next to her and all that stuff. You know, I always still think
funny.
that is a little weird. There was a time though where I partied in Hollywood before I was even doing this job, and Paris was always part of the crowd that I was partying with. Not her personally, not me and her personally, but she was always at the parties that I was at or around where I was, with the Tori Spellings and with, you know, the Aaron Spelling, or the what's the younger brother. That's the guy I used to hang out with up there, was the younger brother Spelling, whatever. But she was always a part of everything going on up there. And she, you know, she had that same act going when she was just hanging out at the clubs.
Huh.
It's like she was practicing it.
That's so funny.
You know what I mean? Yeah, when you hear her voice in this documentary and you hear the way she talks in this documentary, it's not what you think of her at all. It's not what you think you know about her.
Yeah.
And she was a huge part of our lives, Jedi, for what?
Oh my God.
5 years?
Yeah, easily.
How much money did she make for us?
Oh my goodness. Thousands, I'd imagine, over the years.
Yeah, if you total up the amount of money she made for just you and me,
it was a good old chunk of change.
You know, she was the reason why we you know, why we survived through all that. So thanks, Paris.
Yeah, it was a crazy, well, not a crazy story, but I was working with Billy Wins this one time on Paris, and I think we were trawling around. This is 14 years ago, and Billy drove up to the old house on King's Road. Remember that house?
Yeah. Know it well.
Yeah, and we will post this picture on the Instagram because it's such a good picture. And Paris was in the garage at the time, like one of her cars was in there, and she was just hanging in there. And Billy drove up to her, and he's got an English accent as well. So he was like, "Oh, Paris, can I grab a picture with you, please? Just a picture." And she's like, "Oh my God, yeah, sure, totally." And she pulls out this very strange looking marsupial from her car and plonks it on her shoulder. And this picture went absolutely everywhere. I'm going to show you now, and you'll recognize it, and we'll put it up on the Instagram. Do you remember this picture? Can you see that?
I do.
It's a kinkajou. It's just a strange kind of monkey-like marsupial. And that picture went fucking everywhere. I reckon that picture made at least 10 grand. Easy. And it was literally, he took 3 frames and that picture just like blew up and went everywhere. I actually think it got her in trouble as well, because you need some kind of weird license to be able to own that kind of animal in LA. But yeah.
Well, I think they talked about her too in that documentary, about how she used to own some weird animals.
Yeah.
Right? And they talk about some monkey that like got loose, or
oh, that's right. Yeah.
You know, something else. So she's kind of a pro when it comes to owning those weird animals.
Yeah. So we'll post that picture on Instagram.
That's funny. That's hot.
That's hot. It's so
and funny.
Oh my God, it's so hot.
Yeah, there's one time that stands out. I mean, there's a million times with with Paris, but there's one time that's actually just popping in my head right now. I was shooting at the airport. It was a bunch of guys there, and she was in line to get her ticket, or she was in line for something. And everybody had kind of stopped shooting her, you know, because you shoot her from the door and then you shoot her on through, and then you just stop, you know. Once she gets in line, you just give it a minute, and then you start shooting her again when she goes up the escalator.
Yeah.
This was an international flight, Tom Bradley. So I'd stopped shooting her, and she kind of kept looking at me. Like I was just in the group of dudes, just kind of sitting there, but she kept looking at me, and I kept looking at her, and she kept looking at me, and I kept looking at her, and I'm like, what is going on here, Paris? You know? And I just kind of raised my camera just so I can, just because I'm like, okay, what does she want me to shoot her or something? You know?
Yeah.
So I raised my camera up, and she just gave me this like flirty, awesome peace sign, like kind of like picture, just the kind of picture that Paris does. But it wasn't, it was different than what she was doing, because she kind of had covered up through the whole airport, you know?
Yeah.
And she had kind of gone through all that. And then she did it, and I shot it. And I remember all the other guys kind of around me going, oh, like I missed that. And that picture ran everywhere.
I love that. She's such a fucking pro. Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy. So that's the one thing that stands out with her.
That's great.
She was a pro. She was a pro. She still is a pro.
Yeah, she still is, absolutely.
And she still looks great. She seems like she's going to look like she looks when she's 65 years old.
Yeah. I mean, well, you see in the documentary, her mum looks fantastic. I mean, obviously there's some work done, but yeah, they've got the money to look great.
Yeah. Well, we give it up to you, Paris, and we thank you for all your years of service.
And keep it coming. I've not shot her in many, many years, actually. I kind of miss her.
Yeah. So if you ever come across the PPC and you know it's the PPC, just know that we're on your side.
Always.
Well,
mate, I guess that brings us to an end of another week, right?
Yes, it does, my friend.
Hopefully, yes. I'll have some new stories to tell you instead of diving into the old Jedi archives.
I feel like this talk of Paris has kind of sprinkled a little bit of photography fairy dust on you.
Maybe I'll sit on her tomorrow.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
If we have offended anybody on this papisode, we do apologize.
Do we? Yeah, we do. Go on then.
We always apologize. Yes, we have to always apologize.
I apologize as well. All right, listeners, we hope you've enjoyed this week's papisode. And what closing comments have I got this week? I don't know. I'm going to pass over to Mark for the closing comments.
We thank you guys for listening.
We
thank you for sharing.
Share. Comment.
Please like. Don't be shy. We also thank our new partners in crime, the Social Nostra Network. Don't forget to go to Social Nostra to check out the visual side of this podcast. You can see some of the media we shot in this episode and some of the action.
Any action?
Social Nostra. And while you're there, check out some of the other podcasts that are on Social Nostra.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into those Bleacher Blums podcasts. And also the Kevin Perkins podcast as well. I've got to listen to a few more of those.
Absolutely. So don't forget to go to socialnostra.com to check out everything they have to offer. But for Mark and for the Jedi, take care and be well.
That's hot. 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 This is hot. That's hot. That's hot.
LAL works. LAL works. LAL works. LAL works. LAL works. LAL works. Pig Ninja.